Hey everyone, this is FaZe and welcome to my channel. Apple finally updated and revealed their all-new iPadOS 18, and I'm super excited because I finally have iPadOS 18 on my iPad Pro. Well, the beta version of iPadOS, and rather than me talking about it after checking it out, I decided why not check it out with you guys. So in today's video, we're gonna dive deep into iPadOS and all the new updates that it brings. So first things first, let's go over customization. With both iOS and iPadOS, Apple is really showcasing how you can personalize your home screen layout by placing apps and widgets right where you want them on each page to let your wallpaper, shine through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen and show you guys how that exactly works. All right, so here's my home screen. And if you were to look at it right away, you wouldn't even think I've got the new iPadOS 18 installed. Let's just go to any normal page, a blank page, and let's just take these apps and wow, you can literally place this anywhere. Also, we have a calculator for the first time on the iPad. We'll talk about that in a second, but you can just take this and place it anywhere. I think you can edit and books. You can just take this. This is kind of cool, not gonna lie. All right, so this is how it works. And also what I'm seeing here is that if you want to adjust the widget size, you can do that right by clicking on the edge and either stretching it like that or making it smaller. So you have unlimited, personalization options. Same thing with this. You can make it bigger and you can just move it around wherever you want. To be honest, I was never really too excited when even rumors were out about this, but I just feel like this looks very clean. And once you start, randomly putting things on the screen, it just kind of looks a little messy, but that's just me. So this is a feature request that a lot of people had, but I just don't really care for it. So anyways, that's the first feature where you can place things anywhere you want on the home screen. Also, since we're talking about the home screen here, Apple is bringing a new look for app icons. So app icons and widgets appear even sleeker with a new dark look. You can either tint them all the way to any color of your choice or have iPadOS suggest a color that complements your wallpaper. So what you do is you go into Edit, Customize. As you can see, I'm currently in light mode. You can go to Automatic. Okay, wow, that's kind of cool, not gonna lie. I'm really liking this new dark look to the icons. It's really sleek and clean, and I never thought I'd really want this, but this is kind of cool, not gonna lie. But anyways, that's the dark look. You can also have a tinted look. So as you can see, it's taking the color of my wallpaper and using that color to put that hue onto the apps. I don't know what I think about this. It looks cool for the widgets, but I'm not really, for example, maps look so off. I don't know. It just doesn't, it's just plopping the color. It's not really adjusting the highlights or anything. Maybe that might be fixed in an update, but for example, even my photo wallpaper is tinted. I don't know if I like this. I do not know if I like this. But anyways, you can change the color. So you can go to Edit, Customize. Whoa, okay. And you can even use the pin dropper and find the color on the wallpaper that you best want. I don't know why it chose orange, but as you can see, you can, this looks kind of cooler. The whole black and white kind of aesthetic. I think this looks a little nicer, but once again, this maps icon is just kind of really throwing me off, and even some other icons, because it's not really adjusting the highlights and stuff. It's just plopping the color onto the app. It looks great when you have a dark background, like camera, for example, where it's just a dark background and then you have just the camera symbol. It looks fine, but I just feel like this looks nicer. See, everything just looks much sleeker with the dark icons. Now, this needs to be updated for third-party apps as well, because if you look at, my Monday app and you look at Outlook, Teams, YouTube, ChatGPT, if you look at all these apps, they're still having that white background, so it doesn't look consistent with the rest of the UI. But obviously, as these third-party developers update their applications and their icons to match dark mode, I think that would look really, really nice. All right, so that's enough of the home screen. Now let's talk about Control Center. So Control Center is getting an all new look. So let me just swipe down from here and there you go. So it's a little more rounded. That's the first thing that I noticed. And then you've got these circular icons for the remote, dark mode, and everything like that. And you can obviously add more controls. So you just click on the plus button, add a control, and you have all these different controls that you can choose from. And Apple is allowing third-party developers to create their own custom controls that people can then add into Control Center. So that's really, really neat. But yeah, this is cool. I mean, for right now, it's just Apple's apps. But once again, as developers work on, iPadOS and iOS, it's going to be really cool to see the different controls that they're going to add to this. So that is controls. And it's no longer just one page. You have multiple pages. So here you have music. So you'll have your music controls here, your home controls, your Wi-Fi controls, and you can just add as many controls as you want. That's really cool that you can have pages of controls. And what's really neat is the fact that you can even adjust the sizes. So if you click on the outer edge, you can make it bigger and tweak it however way you want. So that's really, really neat. So that is the new Control Center. I kind of like it. All right, so next up, you can also lock and hide apps from your iPad. So let me show you how that works. So let's say Studio is an app by GoDaddy that I want to, hide or lock. So you just kind of hard click into it, require Face ID, and it says Face ID will be required to open the app or use Siri with it. Notification previews and Spotlight will not show app content. So it's almost as if this app doesn't exist. So if I click require Face ID, the app will still show on my iPad, but it'll just require my Face ID to open it. But if I click hide and require Face ID, it'll actually be hidden. And what happens when you click on this, so you can see Face ID did its job, and it says hide Studio. This app will no longer be visible on your iPad, except in a few places such as settings. Face ID will be required to reveal, open, or use Siri with the app. So you click on hide app, and as you just saw, it just disappeared from my iPad. So if you want to see where it is, scroll into app library, and there's a hidden section now. So you see the hidden icon, you click on it. I have to look into Face ID for it to work and let me see the app. So that's pretty neat. So if you're super private about certain apps, then this might be pretty helpful for you. You also have great features in Safari. So for an example, you can quickly pull up a site's highlights. So Safari will automatically detect relevant information on a page and highlight it as you browse. Highlights display helpful information like directions and quick links to learn more about people, music, movies, and TV shows. Also, you get a smarter, redesigned reader. So when you're on a website, you now get a table of contents and high-level summary, and you can now get the gist of an article before you even start reading it. So those are the new updates with Safari. So you also get a new passwords app, and all your credentials will finally be in one place. Before, if you wanted to see all the usernames and passwords, you had to go into the passwords section in your settings. But now you have a dedicated app. So from passwords to verifications and security alerts, you can find them all in this app, and it's cross-synchronized with your iPhone and MacBook as well. So that's pretty neat. And it works with the Apple Vision Pro and Windows computer. Next up, you also have SharePlay. So now you can tap and draw in screen sharing for the first time. So if you have friends and family and they need some help with their iPad or iPhone, you can now help them by tapping and drawing on your screen to point out what they should do on theirs. And in many scenarios where I wish I could just kind of, get inside one of my family members' iPads to help them and show them things around. But I think I can finally do that with this new SharePlay feature. Also, Apple is putting a lot of focus on the overall app experience when it comes to iPadOS 18. You're now going to see a redesigned tab bar and applications. So Apple is saying that this will allow you to stay focused on the content that matters with this new tab bar that floats above your app's content. And also you can customize it. So if there's a certain button that you use quite often, you can now drag that onto your tab bar and always see it there. So that's pretty cool that you have this nice tab bar that's also quite customizable based on your needs. You also get an updated document browser. So this document browser is right now for Pages, Numbers, Keynote, and Swift Playgrounds. So it's pretty much something that we've all seen before. It's just a much nicer user interface. Also with Freeform, you have scenes that let you organize, label, and reorder content so you can present your board section by section. You also, for the first time ever, are getting a game mode. So game mode minimizes background activity to sustain consistently high frame rates for hours of continuous gameplay. Also, Messages is getting a very big update. You can now express yourself with better tapbacks. Now you can send a tapback with any emoji or sticker, including live stickers made from your own photos and stickers from your favorite sticker packs. You just quickly access the ones that you and your friends use. the most with just a swipe. You also get new text effects as well. Now let's take a look at the new calculator app. So here it is, the calculator app. And at first glance, it just looks like a bigger calculator app that we've seen on our iPhones, but you get this nice sidebar that will show your history. Also, if you click right here, you can choose from a basic calculator, scientific calculator, and math notes. And math notes is really cool because it's incorporating the notes app, and you can literally create equations and diagrams and it'll do the math for you. So I can't even think of what to show you guys right now. So I'm just going to do something very basic. So 5 plus 5 times 25. If I click equals, it gives me the answer. Now, how I just randomly did this, and I can take this, put it over here, 500 divided by 65 times this by 400 equals, where was this when I was a student in school? Also with notes, you now get a new feature called Smart Script. And basically you can now jot down your thoughts and you don't have to really worry about your handwriting because it'll refine your handwriting. So I'm not a fan of my handwriting, so let's see how this works. So I'm just gonna open up notes. Hey, my name is Faze. Okay, that did something. So let me refine all of this. Okay, not bad. That is actually not bad. So let me just write some more stuff. I promise you my handwriting is not this bad. It's just that I'm writing it, on the Magic Keyboard, so it's not as comfortable. But let me refine this. Oh, was there a difference? Am I? Oh. Okay, yeah, there's a difference. If I write more, so I can also straighten this out. So if I click on this, straighten. Wow. Okay, that is quite neat. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, also you get live audio transcription, so you can now record audio sessions within the note and generate live audio transcriptions so you can search through or combine with other comments, checklists, or documents. With highlighting, you can make text stand out with color. So with the new highlight style feature, it's easier to quickly mark up your notes and make text stand out. So that is all the new updates with notes. Also, the Photos app has completely been redesigned. Now, the Photos app can automatically organize your library by helpful topics and make it super easy to find photos fast. So honestly, guys, I think these are all the new updates with iPadOS 18. Obviously, with Apple Intelligence, that's going to be a whole different topic and a whole different video for another day because it's going to bring so much great features to our device, from new writing tools to creating images, and an all-new series. So that's going to take our iPad and make it 100 times smarter with generative AI. I'm super excited for it. Unfortunately, with iPadOS and iOS 18 Beta 1, there is no Apple Intelligence. So I think in the future updates, that's where Apple Intelligence will finally come to the devices. And unfortunately, it won't come on all the devices. It'll only come on the iPad Pro and iPad Air models with the M1 and later chips, and iPhones with the A17 Pro chip and later. So once again, this was just my first look of the all-new iPadOS 18 update. It looks really, really cool. I just need to play around with it and see how it is, and I think a lot more features will come in the coming months with the future beta updates. So subscribe to my channel. I'll do more videos on the iPad Pro and with iPadOS 18 beta updates. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.